Not the time, helicopter!
We're back. Wicked for good, baby. Woo! Really, ever so quickly, I just want to say thank you so much for the support on the last video. I think it was really good. And let's just keep going for it. Let's keep smashing it. We're building an army, okay? We're building an army.
Magnificent, aren't they?
As usual, we're going to get straight into spoilers, so if you don't want spoilers, just skip to this time, right here, or this time right here, or wherever I'm pointing. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Wicked very famously struggles in its Act 2. People thought this film was like destined for failure based on the track record of Act 2. I loved Act 1, so I really thought, you know, it's fine, because Act 1 was so brilliant that they'll fix the issues in Part 2. And did they do this? Like, not really. The first thing I want to preface is my bias for this film. I fell in love with the characters, I fell in love with the world, so I obviously was going to watch this film with rose-tinted or emerald tinted glasses. The film kicks off with like immediately with a pretty badass like action section where Alpha was fully just murking people. Like, she is murdering people now. It set the tone like immediately. While the last one was like really whimsical, and like if the last one was a film, it'd be like Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and it's all this like magical world we're first entering. This film is like if you just skipped all the way to Deathly Hallows, and it's just, now we're depressed. I think there's maybe like two like happy moments in the whole film. One being in Wonderful, where like the wizard is just lying, so it's not even like a real moment of happiness. I was grinning like ear to ear the whole first film, and this one I was just sort of sat there like. And that's not to say like I wasn't enjoying the film. I was really enjoying it. I just wasn't happy. One thing the film did improve upon from the stage show was Elphaba's care for the animals. The wedding scene where she freed the animals, and also No Place Like Home really helped with this. Speaking of No Place Like Home, there were two new songs this film, with No Place Like Home being one and The Girl in the Bubble, and both fell flat. The songs were obviously amazingly written and beautifully performed by the two talented leads, but I just really didn't think they needed to be there. At least No Place Like Home was incorporated into a scene of like helping animals, which was needed to be added. The song didn't need to be there, and I especially feel that with The Girl in the Bubble, because that song, it didn't add anything. They already showed Glinda was feeling like this, and just show not tell. Come on, like, it's basic, show not tell. And it also killed the pace that we were building from March of the Witch Hunters. After March of the Witch Hunters, I was sat there watching The Girl in the Bubble, and while it's amazingly acted, beautifully sung, I was bored. Like, I was bored watching it, because after that build-up, I was like, yeah, yes, we're getting to the big ending, we're getting to the grand ending, and we just sort of halted for a little moment of Glinda, even though we know how Glinda's feeling. We can see it on her face. But that's not to say all the music was bad. Yes, it's much weaker than the first one in the song department, but it's still bangers. It still had so many bangers in this film. Wonderful shocked me by how much I loved it, and I genuinely think it's just because Jeff Goldblum is so charming. I think he's perfect casting as the wizard, because he's got this look on his face, like he's just up to something. Like, you can't trust him, but you want to trust him because he's so likable. Me personally, I would have fallen for it. I would have been convinced. And even if I saw those animals, I would have gone, oh, damn, these animals are all locked up. But like, I just had a really fun time, and I'm going to keep doing that, actually. I'm actually going to keep doing that. Adding Glinda made so much sense, because John M. Chu said it right, where he said he just doesn't believe that Alpha would just be convinced by the wizard. Also, the musical motifs were so good. I love musical motifs. They're like my favorite thing in musicals. I love the motifs being in the score, because the amount of times you heard No One Wants the Wicked in the background, and the score just playing in a regular scene, it was so cool. The Wicked Witch theme, it sounds so cool. That piano, I love it every time it plays, especially at the start of As Long As You're Mine. Also, the little musical reprisal of Defying Gravity at the start of For Good was so good. I just loved it. Before I get onto For Good, I want to talk about No Good Deed. No Good Deed was outrageous. My jaw was on the floor, to be honest. And it's true, because it rhymes. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. And obviously the vocal performance was literally out of this world. But For Good was so good. Oh my god, it's so good. I feel like that's the one musical number that gets away with being so simple, because it's such an emotional scene. And I can't believe I haven't talked about it, but Thank Goodness is proof that Ariana Grande was like made for this role. She is so good in that number. I mean, the whole film, she's spectacular. That scene where she's crying on the wedding stairs, brilliant. The bit where Fiyero and Elphaba are being like caught, and Fiyero turns on the guards with the gun, such a good scene. She does amazing in that. But wow, in Thank Goodness, she is so good. both vocally and obviously the acting. And she's such a strong contender now for Best Supporting Actress, even though we all know she could even be up for Best Lead, because let's be honest, Elphaba and Glinda, they're the leads. Glinda is not a supporting character. I really don't get that, but if it means she's gonna get the Oscar, nominate her for that. I don't care. And Ethan Slater, wow, that guy's really good. I've talked about his range already on here, but like, wow, he does it again. He was so good in Gen V, and if you haven't watched Gen V, go watch Gen V. But he's so good as this like cold, calculated character, and then he goes back to being Boq, and all of a sudden I'm back to him being Boq, this goofy guy. I'm like, I can't take this guy seriously. And then all of a sudden he's just like this terrifying Tin Man. While the cast is great and the songs are also good, there is a big weak point in both of them, and it's one person, unfortunately. Michelle Yeoh. The character is evil, just like the wizard, right? She just does it for the love of the game. She's not charming. She's not really anything. Like, she's the most boring character. And I don't even think she's giving her best performance that she can. She's an Oscar winner, and she does not seem like it in this film. And her singing, I mean, come on. She told John M. Chu that she couldn't sing, and to be honest, what's he doing? Like, why is she in a musical if she can't sing? And maybe I mentioned it a little bit when I was talking about For Good, but a lot of the musical numbers in this film were so stale and boring to watch, especially compared to the first film, where we had such good musical numbers like No One Wants the Wicked or Dancing Through Life, which are just so vibrant, and the group choreo is amazing. Whereas this film has No Place Like Home, which has Elphaba, and she's just sort of stood around singing. But it's fine, because we have Wicked Witch of the East, which is like 3 people in a room standing around, and they're singing a bit. No, but that's fine, because we have As Long As You're Mine, which has 2 people walking around singing. But they fly. They fly a little bit at the end. Also, that song, they're supposed to be like falling madly in love. Oh, like, keep like hands off each other. And they're sort of just like standing across the room from each other. And she keeps like walking away from him, which was really weird because, like, for me, it was the first time I've ever seen that. And it really seemed like she was like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Even though she was singing like, God, I can't believe this is happening. I'm so happy right now. I think that's why I loved Wonderful so much, because it just broke the monotonous, like, boring scenes we already were getting. And they're lucky. They are lucky. They have such amazing talents performing these songs, because otherwise it would be really boring. Like, Wonderful is the only one that has colour and fun. And the songs don't have to be fun, but they have to have something. They have to be visually interesting. The magic tricks, the charming nature of Jeff Goldblum was just more fun, and they were actually dancing in that one a little bit. Like, they didn't dance much, but they danced. The inclusion of the Wizard of Oz elements has always been a downer on the second act, and they don't really fit into the story that well. Like, it doesn't make any sense that Boq is the Tin Man whilst Fiyero is the Scarecrow, because, like, you'd think, oh, these guys knew each other from school. Like, what's going on? You think he'd be like, oh, this is Fiyero the Scarecrow. What are you doing here? And he'd just be like, I'm sort of just here. Like, I didn't have sex with the witch. To be honest, I could nitpick the plot all day, but why? Simply, the film failed at fixing a lot of the issues that already exist in the plot. They could have tried to fix these issues, but instead they added 2 songs which don't really need to be there. Overall, though I've ended on a negative note, I love this film. And no matter what, this film could probably be the worst film I've ever seen, and I'd still love this film. The film lacked cohesion, and to be honest, it doesn't even hold a torch to part 1, which was excellent. And if you like Wicked, you will still love this film. If you loved the first film, you'll still like this film. You'll still have a good time. The performances of Cynthia and Ariana do carry this film, because the visuals aren't as interesting as the first one. The choreo isn't good, and the story is obviously much worse than the first film. And to be honest, if it wasn't for Cynthia and Ariana, and how well the first film set up this one, the score for this film would be a lot lower. But for me, regardless, I'm still going to give this film a positive score with a 6 out of 10, but with a little asterisk that says, I love this film, because I do love this film. I loved the duology, and I'm so happy that we got a good little musical duo films. I want to talk more about this. I mean, Zootropolis or Zootopia 2, wherever you come from, is coming out soon, so I'll have to talk about that. But I will be doing another Wicked video. I think I'm going to rank all the songs from For Good. And, you know, if you really like that, I'll rank part 1 songs, because part 1 songs are better overall. So yeah, again, if you liked it, please tell me. Let me know what you want to see me do. Let me know how you feel about this film, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys.